Hello, investors. Today I'm very excited to announce the launch of a very special tool on Sharply. And if you are a swing trader or even if you are a long-term investor, this tool is something that you cannot miss. This tool will completely change the way you trade or invest in stock market. And we call this tool the sector rotation chart. Now, this tool will help you find the strong sectors and then strong stocks in that sector based on the price movement and the momentum that the stock is showing. So you will be able to filter stocks before they make big moves, before they get locked into upper circuits, or before they start going up 5, 6% a week. Right? So how are we going to do it? Let's jump right into it. So to open it, you just go to analysis tools, then in market, you have this sector rotation chart here. And as you can see here, we have the sector rotation chart available. We have three inputs. First is the time frame, 1 day, 1 week, or 1 month. So if you are a swing trader, you will be using weekly time frame. If you are a very long-term investor, then you can go up to the monthly time frame. But we are keeping it weekly. Then we have the benchmark. So Nifty 50 is the benchmark because we are comparing the sectors. And in sectoral indices, the stocks are mostly the large cap stocks. So that's why Nifty 50 is the right benchmark here. The third is the tail length. Now, as you can see, every line has these dots. This number decides the number of dots. So as you can see, this line has each of the line has 8 dots. So this is called tail length. So you can reduce it and you can see the length reducing, right? So we will keep it at, let's say, 7. Now, what does this chart show? So on the x-axis, as you can see, we have the relative strength of the stock. And on the y-axis, we have this relative strength momentum. So relative strength also changes with time, right? But the speed at which relative strength is changing, we call it RS momentum. Now, stocks above 100 relative strength are, or stocks or even indices above 100 are uh, considered as positive. Same goes for the RS momentum. Above 100 is positive, below 100 is not good. And based on this, you can find the stocks or strong indices as well. So, how are we supposed to do it? We have divided this chart into 4 quadrants. Now, the first is the leading quadrant. In this quadrant, we have indices with high relative strength as well as high momentum. In weakening, we have indices that have high relative strength, but they are going now through weak momentum. So momentum is going away. They are still strong, but the momentum is not as good as it was before. The third quadrant is the lagging quadrant where we have indices with weak relative strength and weak momentum. And in improving, we have stocks with weak index with weak relative strength, but the momentum is improving. So the first sign of some institution entering or the index or stock are showing some initial signs of strength. So as you can see, right now we have Nifty Bank in the leading quadrant, right? Now, using this bar, we can play the historical analysis. So, as you can see, the position of indices changes with time. So, let's see where now when Bank Nifty entered into leading. So, on 6th of June, it was in the improving. On 13th of June, it has entered, right? And now let's look at the Bank Nifty chart. Now, as you can see, here is the bar of 13th June. So after 13th, in the span of just 4 days, the index has moved up by a lot. So if I measure, in just 4 days, index has moved almost 3.75%. So 3.75% on an index level is huge, right? And as you can see right now, auto stocks, realty stocks, Nifty Bank and so banking and financial services stocks are entering into leading zone. Auto and realty are already strong. This PSU stocks are currently the relative strength is strong, but now momentum is decreasing. And you can look at any of the charts. Let's look at the chart of PALE. So, uh, as you can see, the movement, the relative strength is still there, but now for the past 2 months, the price hasn't moved much, so the momentum is decreasing. It was showing very strong momentum before, but in the past few weeks, the momentum is decreasing. Right. So, using this, you have identified four strong sectors now. Then you can look at the stocks as well. So, let's now look at the stocks. So, what I'll do is I'll jump into the stock analysis here. Now, as you can see, before jumping into stock, here we have the option to add or remove the metrics. So, I can remove Nifty IT or anything I can add more, right? So I can add Nifty Next 50 or any other index of my choice. So I'll go to stock analysis, and right now we have some default stocks. So we have identified that banking sector is gaining strength, right? So now let's add banking stocks. So what we will do is we will add HDFC, ICICI, State Bank of India, then we can add Axis Bank, right, and we can also add other banks by searching as well. So I'll add Kotak Mahindra Bank, I'll add Bank of Baroda, right? Which other bank? Canara Bank we can add. So as you can see, we have added some banks. 7 banks are there, right? And then I'm satisfied. So what I'll do is I'll just click on add. And that's it. Now we have a very interesting analysis here. So PSU banks like Bank of Baroda, SBI, and Canara Bank, all three were strong. But now that the momentum is going away from these names. And interestingly, the sleeping giant HDFC Bank is now waking up. So HDFC Bank is now improving, and based on the direction of this line, it will soon enter into the leading. We hope it enters. So the long-term investors of HDFC Bank can make some money. So Axis Bank and HDFC banks are now showing a strong momentum as well as increasing relative strength. So we can see the same in the chart as well. So if I look at the HDFC Bank, here we go. So I'll just disable this. So yeah, as we can see in the recent time, HDFC Bank has shown strong momentum. So the best way to use this chart is you just simply start tracking stocks that are in the improving quadrant and the stocks that are moving towards the leading. So uh, from 23rd May, you could have started tracking it and then see the direction. So Axis and HDFC are right now showing strong momentum, and the relative strength is also increasing. And interestingly, PSU banks are right now relatively strong, but the momentum is decreasing. So, based on this, you can make the informed investment decision. This also helps you in manage your risks as well. So, if you have a huge position in, let's say, PSU banks, or you have some ETF like PSU Bank Bs, then you can trim some position based on the movement of this stocks in this chart. You can also means time your entry and exit points. So right now, as we can see from the index analysis, the banking and financial sector is showing strength now. So private banks and financial services stocks, you can time your entry, you can invest in ETFs or mutual fund based on this movement of these lines. Right, so that's it. We hope that you will use this tool to its full advantage. You will find strong sectors. and you will be able to find strong stocks among those sectors as well. And then you will be able to accelerate your portfolio CAGR by using this special tool that we have designed. Thank you.